Good morning, Taiwan, and thank you for starting your week with us. I am Louisa Lee, here to keep you informed and entertained. 欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新奇、最有趣的新闻。First, to an update regarding former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi's corruption trial. It's another victory for the 75-year-old politician or billionaire media mogul who has been facing a string of judicial challenges for years. Although he did not exactly clear his name, the bribery charges against him have been dropped following the expiration of the case under the statute of limitations. 意大利前总理 Berlusconi 官司缠身，最近贿赂会计师的案子被无罪释放。
Silvio Berlusconi is acquitted. An Italian judge ended the trial of the former prime minister on Saturday, ruling that the case had expired under the statute of limitations.
The hearing is over.
Berlusconi is accused of paying British lawyer David Mills a $600,000 bribe. The estranged husband of a former British cabinet minister, Mills was convicted of taking a $600,000 bribe from Berlusconi in 1997 in return for agreeing to withhold information about the former premier's business dealings during court testimony. But time in the case expired and Mills' sentence was dropped. The verdict is the latest in a string of legal cases that have faced Berlusconi since he entered politics in 1994. In all of them, the 75-year-old has either been acquitted or seen the cases expire under Italy's statute of limitations.
And in other news, the treasure recovered from the bottom of the sea in 2007, which is valued at around $500 million, has finally found a permanent home. Planes from Spain have been dispatched to Florida to carry back the 17 tons of booty discovered by U.S. undersea explorers. 西班牙最近有一批价值数百万欧元的沉船宝藏被运回 Spain， 据说里面都是金币跟银币。
Two planes fly into Madrid airport carrying precious cargo, a treasure trove of gold and silver coins worth millions of euros. More than 200 years old, the coins were recovered from a Spanish ship that sank off the coast of Portugal during a battle with the British Navy. They were brought to the surface by a U.S.-based deep-sea salvage company in 2007. Since then, the coins have been involved in another battle, this one legal. After 5 years in court, a U.S. federal judge ruled last week the ship and its cargo belong to Spain, not to the company that found it. The Spanish military flew to a Florida Air Force base to finally take back their once sunken treasure.
In Colombia, a family is depending their livelihood on the sales of butterflies as they export thousands of them to the U.S. and Europe monthly. 在 Colombia 有一对母女开创了一个很特别的事业，就是卖蝴蝶到国外去，生意还非常的好。
In a Colombian valley previously ravaged by civil war, an insect is playing its part to add prosperity to newfound peace. A mother and daughter butterfly export business is sending thousands of the insects to the US and Europe every month. Patricia and Vanessa Restrepo run Alas de Colombia, one of only 19 companies in the world exporting butterflies. Vanessa Restrepo explains their appeal.
Nosotros desarrollamos todo el proceso productivo de las mariposas.
We develop the entire reproductive process of the butterflies until the pupa stage, when we make a profit exporting it to butterfly exhibits in the United States and Northern Europe. We have also developed a market in Colombia to sell adult butterflies.
El mercado nacional ha desarrollado productos para aprovecharlas también en estado adulto.
Caterpillar eggs are collected every morning, and when hatched, the worms are placed on plants to feed. The idea for the business came from Vanessa's university thesis to create a unique business. And after seeing a growing market for butterflies at nature reserves and exhibits, Vanessa's mom Patricia decided to join forces with her daughter. The two studied the butterfly market and the insects for 3 years before launching in 2001.
We determined what species had more commercial demand. We established contacts with possible international clients, and according to that, we started to breed the species they wanted, depending on the quantities they needed.
The Mayans and the Aztecs considered the butterfly a lucky omen. And now the Restrepos are hoping the colorful insect will bring good fortune to their family and business.
And it looks like Dr. Conrad Murray, the late King of Pop Michael Jackson's physician, will be spending his days and nights behind bars. Murray has since lost his chance for freedom after appealing his 4-year sentence in the Los Angeles court. Michael Jackson 的前医生 Dr. Conrad Murray 申请假释被驳回，因为法官怕他有逃亡的嫌疑。
According to the latest court ruling, Dr. Conrad Murray, the physician convicted of killing Michael Jackson with a lethal dose of propofol, will have to remain in jail because he might flee if allowed out on bail, calling Dr. Conrad Murray a flight risk and a danger to society if he practices medicine again. Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Michael Pastor turned down Murray's request to be released while he appeals his 4-year sentence for involuntary manslaughter. Murray was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in November 2011. He was sentenced to 4 years in jail. Despite receiving the maximum sentence, Murray will likely serve only half of his sentence due to jail overcrowding. At Murray's sentencing, Pastor even called the doctor's treatment of Jackson a cycle of horrible medicine and medicine madness, and said that the doctor treated the King of Pop like a medical experiment, which led to his decision to hand down the maximum sentence.
And actress Lindsay Lohan's recent behavior has been praised by the Los Angeles judge. And if everything goes smoothly, she will be done with her court-ordered community service and therapy sessions by the end of this month. Hollywood 女星 Lindsay Lohan 好像开始学乖了，最后一次到法官报到，法官还称赞她有乖乖的做社区服务。
Lindsay Lohan received another glowing report from a judge for her performance on probation stemming from DUI and theft cases. Her extended legal troubles could come to an end next month if she successfully completes her community service and therapy requirements. Lohan has one more court hearing scheduled for March 29th. By that time, she must complete 14 more days of community service and 5 more therapy sessions.
That means after March 29, all you have to do is obey all laws. Stay out of trouble and move on with your life. We all clear about that?
Yes. Up again, she is reportedly in line to portray the late Elizabeth Taylor in a new film.
And the clocks are ticking with the Oscars just around the corner. As Hollywood prepares for the 84th Annual Academy Awards, some familiar faces are also being brought out on the red carpet. 奥斯卡颁奖典礼今天就要举行了，各种的准备工作正在进行当中，小金人也都放好了，要迎接参加典礼的大明星。The larger-than-life Oscar statues will be greeting the biggest stars in Hollywood soon. Neatly lined in front of the Kodak Theater, the statues are currently still under yellow plastic before it is unwrapped and revealed on the morning of the grand show. To ensure that it's presentable, the gold figures will be buffed, shined, and painted accordingly. The winners of the 84th Annual Academy Awards will be announced this Sunday in Los Angeles. And that is all the time we have for this edition. I am Louisa Lee, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Meanwhile, stay with CTS for the latest weather update and for more news you need.